Good evening, good evening. Let me just get myself on screen. Let's get sorted out on white rabbits. White rabbits, guys. Now, some of you might know what I'm talking about. Some of you might not. But white rabbits, that's my wish to all our viewers this evening. Welcome to Metaverse Masterminds episode 22, guys. We've called this one Celebrating the Winds of Change, and it's 1st of March 2024. Now, white rabbits, let me just get these members online. Let's get our studio crew on, okay? Let's have a quick hi to Trucker Fletch. Trucker Fletch, good evening. Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, hello, mate. Hello, everybody out there.
Now then, Trucker Fletch, have you had a good week?
Yeah, been a wet one. Other than that, all good. Not done a lot, really. I've got a busy week next week, but yeah, all good.
Excellent. No worries at all. And without saying too much, do you know what I mean by white rabbits?
Say what?
Do you know what I mean by white rabbits? Don't give the clue away. No. Okay.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, close. Okay. Going over to Private Winnie. Private Winnie, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Yes.
Hiya, Winnie, how are you keeping?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm still here.
Excellent. Yeah. What a week it's been. Winnie, do you know what white rabbit signifies?
Well, it makes me think of that song. There's a song, isn't there? That she sings, the woman who sings it from the 60s.
I'm trying to think of her name myself. Yeah.
Trippy, and it got sampled, and it's great. And I know it because I listen to it sometimes. Oh, also Alice in Wonderland. But yeah.
Right. Okay. It's very significant, this. Okay. And let's have a wave off. Have we got Private Buddykin? She's disappeared. Where's she gone?
She was, yeah.
Winnie's been visited by the Red Indians.
Have I?
You've been scalped.
Have I?
We've got two Private Winnies in the room. I was going to say, what's happening here? Okay, we've also got Patricia. Good evening, Patricia. How are you?
Oh, we can't hear you.
You're muted.
Hello,
Patricia.
good evening. Hello.
That's it. Yeah. You're online now. How are you, Patricia?
Yeah, I've not had a great week, Kev.
Oh dear.
Lump fell off my tooth this morning.
No.
So you've all had that issue, I know. Car's developed a leak. Don't know where that's coming from. And yeah, various other things happened this week, which has been interesting. Is it because it's a full moon or something? I don't know.
I don't know, but did you hear me say white rabbits?
White rabbits, yeah. I don't know, apart from, it's got nothing to do with being the first of the month, is it? I don't know. That's a complete guess.
Let me check the chat box. Let's see if anybody else has picked up on what the white rabbit has to say. We've got no clues in the chat box. Good evening, Robert from Germany. Hi, Adam. Jenny. Oh, a great big shout out to Jenny. Let's get this one done first. Jenny, you're an absolute pioneer, and thank you for sharing the Telegram group with all your wonderful teammates. Very much appreciated, Jenny. Thank you very much. And there's a little shout out. Good evening, everyone, from JLo Jenny. That's great. Thank you. Sergeant Meng, good afternoon from the USA. Excellent to have you on board, Sergeant Meng. Trucker Fletch has put it in the back office now. Trucker Fletch has hit the nail on the head. White rabbits.
Sorry, that.
Just put the music on. Somebody's put some music on. Okay. Right, what does white rabbit signify? Okay, white rabbits, when said on the 1st of the month, the first thing you say is white rabbits. And white rabbit signifies luck and great fortune to everyone. Okay, So that's why I started episode 22 with the words white rabbits, because Daoversal is going to do their very best in bringing that fortune, that wealth, that great fortune and luck to all our members. Okay, so that's the significance of white rabbits. New month, that's right. Now, some people say that this may be a superstition or a medieval thing. It goes all the way back to medieval times, where people used to say it as soon as they woke up. As soon as the first person they saw, they said white rabbits. And apparently it brings everybody good luck. So there you go. General Kev's world of knowledge. Okay, guys, what a week it's been. Where do we start with this? Okay. Right. I've got a list of stuff here. I'm going to go through it bit by bit. Okay. First things first. Okay. I've got to make this announcement. Everything that we discuss on this show, okay, is for discussion. It's for debate. Okay. Unless anything that we've spoken about has been announced by Daoversal or Jonah or a member of corporate, then that is purely what it is. It's for debate. It's for discussion. It's to entertain. It's to educate. It's to collaborate. Okay. And the reason I've said this is because I've seen nothing but a mountain of spaghetti within the groups where leaders and members want to be the first to jump in and say, I know what's going on. Come on, guys, nobody knows what's going on until it's announced by Daoversal. Let's get something straight now. And what we want to do is debate. We want to discuss the things that we are talking about in the groups in order to prepare ourselves for the final announcements. Okay, so if we can turn around and say everything we speak about is for discussion and debate only, and then the announcements will come a lot clearer and easier. Okay, let's just put that chat box off, guys. Who's put the chat box on? Just 1 second. That's it. Keeps the screen large for the viewers. Okay, so with that out the way, okay, let's get that straight. So anything that's discussed in here is for debate, okay? And we can talk about the things that have been announced by Daoversal. All right. Okay, let's get the nitty-gritty over and done with, okay? In fact, I'll share my screen for this bit. Let me quickly share my screen and we'll get this bit done and dusted out the way for you guys. All right. Now then, where do we want to be? Here we are. Okay, Buddykins, can you see my Telegram page? No. You can't? It's not sharing? Right, I know why that'll be. That's okay. That'll be that one. Okay, sharing now. All right, guys, important announcements. These came first, okay? Daoversal platform wants to convey it about a significant update in its handling of USDT Tether transactions. Now, I have been over this in last Sunday's training, but this is for the benefit of the podcast so that members get the news and the announcements that were made last week, okay? So here are the key points. Number one, change of USDT deposit addresses. Daoversal has updated all USDT deposit addresses for its users to improve transaction speed. The old addresses are now obsolete and should not be used. Now, this is a big one, guys, because I do this as well. For speed, for ease of use, I usually take a list of my wallet addresses, put them in a notepad document, and they're there ready and waiting. That is going to trip you up if you're not careful when something like this happens, okay? I've done it before with crypto.com where I sent some money to the, back office and it never arrived. Why? Because it changed the wallet address. So be aware of that, guys. The USDT deposit addresses have been changed. Always, always, always log into the back office, double check that wallet address before you send any funds, okay? A warning against using old deposit addresses. Any deposits made to the old addresses in future will not be credited to user accounts. It's crucial to use the new addresses for all future deposits. Now, this has clearly come about from the upgrade of the network, okay? So make sure that that wallet address is current. It's your new one. Number 3, switch of withdrawal network. Now, this one has caused a little bit of controversy in the groups because some people don't like change. It's as simple as that. The switch of withdrawal network. The platform is transitioning from the TRC20 network to the BEP20 or the Binance BNB chain, Binance Smart Chain, for USDT withdrawals. This change is made to enhance the security of user assets. Withdrawals that were in process before the upgrade will be automatically rejected and has to be resubmitted by the user. Now, I did that. I actioned a withdrawal. It did get rejected. It went straight back into my rewards account. I actioned it on the BEP20 network and voila, it worked absolutely fine. The platform apologizes for any inconvenience caused by these changes, but assures that these measures are taken to provide a faster and more efficient trading experience. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me come back into the studio, guys, and stop sharing my screen. Okay, so that's the main points regarding the network and the wallet addresses that all members should be very, very careful with. Make sure you don't trip yourself up with that. Just one second, guys. Have you got problems in the back there? No? Okay. Eh?
It's not refreshing, but it's all right.
Okay, got a network problem over this side. Hopefully Sarah can sort that out. Okay, so before we move on, we'll go to Winnie first. Winnie, have you experienced any problems regarding that change in network or USDT? Have you had any problems with that so far?
No, I haven't done any deposits, but there's did you mention the BEP20 withdrawal yet? Or
not yet. It wasn't on that announcement, but it is to come. Go ahead. You can do this if you want, because it's all part of it. Yeah.
Yes, because that's yeah. So I haven't put any money in from outside. So I haven't encountered that, but I have made a small withdrawal out to the BEP20 network, which is great because it's well, in some ways it's cheaper, isn't it? It's not cheaper to take it out of Daoversal, but it's useful anyway. It means we can do it up to our MetaMask.
When you want to move it on, it's a lot cheaper,
yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. Yeah.
So how long did it take?
It did take a few days, actually, in the end. Maybe, I suppose 3 days probably.
Okay, when was this? I'm curious now. I'm curious because we are talking about the BEP20 withdrawal after they introduced the BEP20 network. So
yes.
it did take a few days. Is that right?
Yeah, it was only a couple of. It was a couple of days ago. I've lost track of days, of course.
I know. It's not easy.
I know you had a discussion last week, I think, didn't you, with somebody who had, or it was on Sunday. You had made a small withdrawal, and so it was about a day or so after that. So
right. Okay.
A couple of days ago, I think.
Okay, this is what I was looking for, because this was my experience. When they first launched the BEP20 network, I immediately did a withdrawal. Okay, that withdrawal took 5.5 hours, which I was well impressed with. And another member did a withdrawal and it took 30 minutes.
Yes.
And I'm sure he was well impressed with that as well. But as time went on, I was getting reports back that it was taking longer and longer and longer. Now, Robert said, same for me, it took 3 days on BEP20 as well. Okay, so this is what people are experiencing now. As more and more people are trying to use the system, it's slowed it down. Now, we have had a little bit of feedback from the tech support saying, yes, they are aware of this. Yes, it did work perfectly well for the beginning, but now they're just working on that to fine tune everything and get it working. But they are aware of it, guys. If in the back office, under your withdrawal page, if you scroll down and it says pending, it's still in the process of going through. Okay. If it isn't pending, it'll get rejected and it'll go back into your rewards account. Okay. So, yeah, be prepared, guys. There are some delays on that. The tech team are aware of it. And like I say, we're just going to have to grin and bear it until they get through this mountain of work that they've got to do. I sat here the other day and I sort of made a note of everything that they've got in development and producing at the moment. And it was mind-blowing, the amount of things that they're trying to launch. And then with the hypertech group fiasco and cutting that off, and I'm like, there's no wonder things are starting to slow down, you know. And then you get the Negatrons coming on board saying, oh, well, it's just the same old thing over again. And it's like, oh dear, here we go, you know. And it creates a calamity within the group. So sometimes it's just best to zip it, don't post anything, read through it, and then go have a cup of tea and a slice of cake or something, you know, and just take it easy, you know. Good evening, Leon. Nice to see you on board, mate. And Robert, welcome, Robert. Epic Leon here. Hi, my fellow kings and queens. Good day. I prayed that you're having a super day on purpose today. Much love. Much love to you as well, Coach Leon. So yes, Patricia, have you experienced this? Have you tried any withdrawals or not yet?
I haven't got to the point yet where I can withdraw. So but I'm about 8 days away.
Excellent news. Excellent news.
So I'm looking forward to that moment where I can start to do that. But I haven't therefore experienced. I didn't even know it had changed networks. So I'm glad you're telling us. Like
I say, I had announced this Sunday, but we've announced it tonight as well for those that didn't get. Hi, Leon. Hi, Ellie. I did see Ellie pop into the camera there. Looks like Chris is late for his tea again. I was just going to bring him on camera because Chris has got a little announcement to make. Go for it, Chris. What did you achieve this morning?
Found out I was pregnant.
Yes.
No, I'm just fat. No, I reached me 30%, whatever it is. So what's going to happen from now on, I don't know, because it just went just slightly over. But yeah, finally got there. Now I've just got to keep tramping up the big hill to get to 100. Then I'll be really happy.
Go, Trucker Fletch. I mean, come on, guys. This Trucker Fletch started that account with a basic 5K TFA pack. Okay. He started it with no plots whatsoever. All right. We built it up I donated a couple of stone plots for him, and that was it. That's all I did. And Trucker Fletch has built it up and built it up. He added a bronze plot. He built up on that one. Way to go, Trucker Fletch. Awesome. Round of applause for this guy, because this guy is a pioneer. Okay. This guy shows the global community that it can be done. Well done, Chris. And thank you for sharing that with us. Who else can celebrate this? And I don't think she's going to come on camera or microphone either. Can I announce it? Awesome.
She can't get the camera to work, so.
She can't get the camera to work. What a shame. Private Buddykins also reached 30% on a TFA pack. Awesome. So this is rolling, guys. And guess what? Yeah. This is going extremely well, considering the announcement that the Hypertech Group are getting severed from Daoversal. And I'll tell you why. Never before have I seen the AP 5K packs in demand, because they're running out daily now. Okay. So that shows that there's 1,000 a day going just like that. Now, in my mind, that's great, because people are starting to wake up and say, hang on a minute. I mean, I've got to say it, guys, I'm going to be quite sorrowful for those that miss the boat, because one day they won't be available. And we don't know when that day will be. It's as simple as that. And anybody that claims they do, I don't think has that information, to be fair. But that shows that plenty of people are waking up and saying, let's give this a go. What are you missing? What are you losing? At the end of the day, there's a solution out there. Trucker Fletch, Private Buddykins, Winnie, Patricia, me, people like us are here showing you that this is working. Okay. What more can we do? Okay, Winnie, Buddykins, Robert, Jenny's put fantastic, Chris. Trucker Fletcher, amazing, congrats. There you go. Let's put that shout on the screen for Trucker Fletch. Adam's put nice work, Trucker Fletch. Nice one, Sarah. There you go. Let's have a little bit of, celebration for these guys. Let's show them how it's done, guys. Yeah.
I've fiddled with my buttons and I've lost my speech thing. What do you call it? The messages from the public. That teaches me to play with things I don't know what I'm doing with.
It's the button at the bottom on the right. It says chat, Chris. Click on that and it'll open up. Adam, I love that. I was going to write he's pregnant. That's awesome. And Prem Shrees, congrats, Sarah and Chris. Let's have that one on the screen as well. Excellent. All right. Excellent news, guys. So that's the withdrawals. Okay, so let's have a little bit of patience, guys. Hopefully those withdrawals will start speeding up as time goes on. TFAs are working great, although I've heard the AP5K packs are still selling out daily. I've just covered that without even looking at this. It's getting easier every day, isn't it? So yes, guys, AP5K packs. I mean, members have been asking me, which one shall I do first? There's no answer to that. There's no answer to that. And we're not in the position to provide financial advice because, let's face it, that's what it is. And we don't do that. We just help people to understand how to use the tools of the trade, so to speak. So they're on the table, guys. AP2K, AP5K. I did have a message this afternoon saying, what was it? Managed to get my DC transferred over to Daoversal, which is fantastic. So that is still working. So just be careful, guys. Follow the protocol carefully, and it looks like it is still working. We don't know when that process is going to close yet. I've heard so much. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I don't want to do that. My take on this is try it. If it's still there, if it's still doable, do it. Yeah. If it fails, then it won't work. Simple as that. Other than that, we wait for an announcement from corporate. So yeah, this message was I've sent my DC to Daoversal, but which TFA pack do I go for first? So let's put Patricia on the spot. She loves this. I know she does. Patricia, which TFA pack are available to go for first? A little bit of a quiz. I'm sure you know anyway.
Well, I believe they changed this recently that you could have two. And I think if I was doing it, I'd go for the, well, it depends how much you've got, obviously, to transfer over, but I'd go for the higher one. But I think...
So the question is, what's available? What is there available? Which TFA packs are available?
Oh,
to
first
start
off
with? Yeah.
Well, it used to be just the 5, didn't it? But now we've got a 2.5. Yeah. We've got a lesser one.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is talk of...
You picked up... Yeah. Do you know what, guys? This is why we have these people on Metaverse Masterminds, because they pick up on it straight away. Patricia knew what I was pointing out, yeah? And I'll tell you guys what I'm pointing out. Daoversal's got it wrong in their video, okay? In their game plan, or was it the TFA presentation? They've got it wrong because in their slides, they say members can have one TFA pack, 2K pack, and one TFA 5K pack. And I'm sat there thinking, that's wrong. You can have 2 of each. I'm sure you can. So over to the node managers, asked them, and they said, yes, indeed, that is wrong. So this is what we're here for, guys. We're not here to diss Daoversal. We're here to just put them back on track when they get things slightly wrong. And we're all entitled to get things slightly wrong. So, guys, it is 2 TFA 2K packs or 2 TFA 5K packs, yeah? Only one at once, mind, yeah? But I just wanted to point that out. There is a mistake in their slide deck, okay? And coming on to node managers, I don't think this will apply to Patricia. You've got no planet, have you, Patricia?
I'm not a planet owner, no. I've got land, but not planets.
Okay, so as a planet owner, let's bring Winnie back onto the screen. Winnie, have you noticed any difference with the planet node managers? Any news on that one? You're muted.
Yes, they have. The previous managers have left.
Yes.
And we're now referred to the Jonah and his team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, there's been no official announcement, but as planet owners, we can talk about our experiences on the Daoversal platform. Okay, each planet owner was allocated a node manager. Okay, we got a message last week saying that those node managers were leaving. They'd been given their last day of employment, so to speak. So putting two and two together, we presume they were maybe something to do with previous platforms, okay? Which is absolutely fine, because we know that there was this overlapping sentiment of members and assets and so forth in order to get us to where we are. But I've got to be honest, it was sad to see some of them go, because those planet node managers have been extremely helpful in some of the things that we've done since joining Daoversal. So I'd like to just make a note in this show tonight that we appreciated everything that those node managers did. I think that's fair to say, don't you, Winnie?
Absolutely, yeah. They were great. They were really helpful and prompt and just yeah,
absolutely. And they gave us some fantastic information in order for us to get to where we are now, to help our teams, to help our downlines, and to help us get the best out of the platform, which I really appreciate. And I hope at some point in the future we do cross paths again, because they were instrumental in helping us to get to where we are. And Robert agrees as well, absolutely. Now, on to the future then. Are we going to be allocated new node managers? At the moment, we don't know, but I have heard things. Again, guys, don't take this as, announcements. It's not. It's just some things that I've heard that there may be. Okay. Now, whether we gain anything from having a node manager or not, who knows? Who knows? Because we are identifying at the moment that a little bit of a scramble for information. The Bureau don't do that, guys. The Bureau sit back and let everybody scramble, and we just pick up the bits when they're announced, and we'll come and talk about it with you guys once it's announced. Yeah, we don't see the point in scrambling to be the first on the line and say, we know what's happening. At the end of the day, guys, there's plenty of time. Okay. And let's face it, we want to get it right the first time. We don't want to jump in with both feet and say, well, who said do that? Because it's now gone wrong. We're not doing that. We're not getting involved with that. So I think the best course of action is just to take a step back and allow things to develop. And that's exactly what we're doing now. Star Cookie B12. Good evening, B. Welcome to the show, and congrats to Chris and Sarah. Absolutely. Let's have another screen shot for that one. Okay, so there's been a change in the node managers, and like I say, we'll give a shout out to them. Big kudos to them for the work they've done. I have got a bigger announcement coming, not just yet. You guys can wait for that. I'll keep you hanging on the line a little bit longer. Okay. Metaverse Masterminds, this show. Okay, some of you guys might have noticed that I've been going live now and then throughout the day. Not only throughout the day, but throughout the night as well. And guess what, guys? Yes, I do sleep. Yes, I do sleep. And I'm going to share my screen and show you guys exactly what is actually happening now, because we are developing at quite a rapid rate, and I'm getting good response from this as well. So let me share my screen and I'll show you exactly what's happening. For those of you that haven't kept up with it, let me just, where are we? Okay, not that one, not that one. It's that one. It is that one, but I want to be on that one. Okay, can you see that one, Sarah?
What's on?
Yeah, okay. It's the What's On page. Now, this is what I would call a TV guide, if you like, okay, of all the programs that are appearing as a live show on Metaverse Masterminds. And what I'm going to show you guys, look at the array of different shows that we have on throughout the day. Look at this, 1 in the morning till 2:30 in the morning, 3 p.m. till 3:30, 4 till 4:30, 5 till 6:30, 11 till 11:30. These are all recordings of previous programs and tutorials that we've done. Sunday Zoom session, there's a copy of that throughout the day. So you can see what I'm doing here, guys. I'm starting to propagate the TV guide so that the beauty of what's going on there, let me come back into here and stop sharing. Are we back? Yeah. The beauty of what's happening here, guys, is more and more people are starting to get to see these shows, not only within the time zone that we're broadcasting in, but opposite time zones, which is fantastic because I can see in the analytics in the YouTube back office that they are getting quite a lot of views. Okay, so we're building on that. Okay, now I'm gonna drop something in here which is fantastic news, something that I've heard today, and it's not sort of related to Daoversal, but it is related to Metaverse Masterminds in a roundabout way. Most of you guys know that the work I'm involved with in real life is running a hotel or helping to run a shared accommodation. It was a hotel convert, yeah? Now, it's just taken on some new owners from the city, from London, okay? Music on again. So that sent me off track. Yeah, so the new owners are from the city. They came up to see me today and they like crypto and they go out to Dubai and Gibraltar, and we got talking and he knows about hyphenation. And I was like, really? I said, do you know about Daoversal then? He says, well, yes, only through you, because I nicked one of your business cards and took it. It's on my desk in London. I said, oh, right. Okay, then. So you know about Daoversal. Have you ever heard of the General? And he went, oh, no way. Are you General Kev? You're never going to believe this. The guy knows me online. Yeah. And I was like, never. He knows from online about what's happened, where we've been, what we're going into. It absolutely blew my mind. You never guess what that guy's on about doing. At the back of this building is on about building a separate broadcast studio for us to do the show from. And I'm like, what? You are joking me. And he's like, no, we're here behind you because we believe in what you're doing. And it's like, whoa, this is absolutely amazing. Now, guys, this isn't going to happen overnight, but this guy means what he's said. While we're in Gibraltar, the ground floor of this place is going to get transformed to something we don't know. When we come back from Gibraltar, we're not going to recognize the place. They're moving the builders in next week. So these guys really mean business. So Metaverse Masterminds is going to go big, guys. Yeah. And with a lot of support from people outside the Bureau too. It is big. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, that blew my mind, and it's still trying to sink it in this, yeah, because they're in permanent communication with me from London via WhatsApp, and we're helping them because they're not up here, you see. So we're helping them try and organize everything from up here, and that's their way of payment by helping us to take this further. And I'm like, wow. So there's another great opportunity, guys, that's coming our way. Winnie, what do you reckon to that?
That's amazing. Yeah. Just
I couldn't believe it.
synchronicity. Yeah. So they didn't know who you were until afterwards. Yeah.
The last time they came up, they saw one of my cards and they knew that we were into the crypto space, yeah. And he admitted as well, because he's got contacts in Gibraltar and Dubai and that place in North Africa. I can't remember where it is now. But he says, when you go, he says, hit us up. We'll give you some contacts when you go, yeah. So he grabbed my card and took it back to London. And then that's when he opened up and says, oh, yeah, I've heard about. And when we talked about the notorious SL, we won't say his name, but you know who we're talking about. He went, I know him. And I'm like, do you now? Yeah. so we had a little bit of a conversation and he's like, oh, right. So that's what happened. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, yes, fantastic news there, guys. And like I say, in real life, this is going big time as well, not just in the metaverse. So this is great, fantastic news, guys. So Metaverse Masterminds is not just going to be a virtual space, it's going to be in real life as well, by the look of it. I'm so looking forward to the future.
Wow.
All right. So you've seen the TV guide. We're going to be moving on with that. Okay. Now, that gives me the pointer to go back to the next bit that was shared with us from Jonah. Okay, so excuse me for sharing my screen again. Have you got the Telegram page up?
I can't see it.
No, because I keep forgetting to turn it on. Just a minute, guys. That's it. Now you can. Telegram?
Mine's really slow at the minute, so I'm not able to see it. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
okay, can somebody give me the heads up? Can we see the Telegram page? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Sarah's having problems in her back office, so her network's not very good.
yes.
Winnie?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, we're seeing Telegram, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can see something.
Right, okay then. I'm going to flick past the Dow T for now, and I'm going to go straight to the Daoversal roadmap that Daoversal have announced officially this evening or this afternoon. Okay. Now, what we've got here is March, which we've just entered, the Dow T pre-sale at $2. That's going to take effect on the 5th of March, as far as I'm aware. But this is the bit that I wanted to show you guys. Launch of MySpace service on Daoversal, together with the launch of My Home service on Daoversal. Now, we can also purchase land with DAO-T and avatar integration. And it's cut off by a line, so I'm presuming that might be in the second half of April and that in the first half. Now, in the first half, I would imagine we'll be able to enter MySpace and start decorating it, start, you know, laying down the plans, the walls and the pictures and the screens and the decor in general. Launch of My Home. Okay, let's stop sharing. Launch of My Home, Winnie. What home? Where does this all come from?
I'm muted again, yeah. Yes, My Home. Ah, is that going to be something to do with our land? Stuff we can do with our land, perhaps?
Now, that's an interesting concept, because when I heard about My Home, which I will say was before it was officially announced, but General Kev gets his head on and says, right, let's go dig in. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a, you know, rustle around and see what the hell, what can that mean, My Home? And then the penny dropped. Hang on a minute. We've got all these land plots in our back office that are spent. They've paid out whatever they're paying out, the X3 or whatever, and they're just sat there doing nothing. Not only that, but you've got the planetary owners have got what's known as hinterland. Now, what that is, it's a plot of land that somebody's staked on, like Stone Age plot, and then unstaked. Now, when you unstake, that plot of land becomes dormant, if you like. You can't really do anything with it. Now, again, guys, I'm maybe just jumping the gun, putting 2 and 2 together and coming with 5. But I put it on one of the groups, and David Frank replied, "What a great idea," because what I thought was, is my home something to do with the blueprint to create your accommodation on the planet using those hinterland plots of land? Who knows? But I think that would be a great way of moving it forward to create and evolve the metaverse experience. Because let's face it, up to now, we've got your planet, you've got your plots of land on the planet. So where do we go from here? We want to be looking at places to live. We want to be then looking at commercial properties like Winnie's Wine Bar, for instance. So is this the first step? And like I say, guys, not an official announcement, but General Kev's head is buzzing and coming up with these awesome ideas that, let's hope this is something on the right track. Patricia, what do you think to that?
I'm thinking it could be like an internal space that you populate somehow, that you create, you know, like we're doing MySpace, and that's a sort of meeting area, isn't it? But maybe you could have a little area within that is yours, and maybe you, I don't know, get some reward for how you do that. I don't know, but it's sounding very interesting. It's really reminding me, all this talk of hotels and whatnot as well, reminding me of Monopoly. Buying land, you know, landing and building a hotel or a house on it. So my home, I wonder, it's going to be something that you develop yourself as a base, maybe for you to explore and create, I don't know, other areas around you, you know. I don't know, but
you've just connected two of my brain cells together, okay? And possibly connected something in order to, you know, make this result happen, right? I'll tell you what I think now. Look at the difference. Yeah, you've got MySpace, which is a public area. My home would be a private area.
Yes.
Is it a lockable area where you need a pass to get in?
Mm-hmm.
Because my home, you wouldn't just let any member of the public in it. You would let your friends and relatives in.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Do you need a password to get into my home? Whereas you don't have that ability in MySpace. I don't know. I don't know.
Could be.
We love it. We love it. This is what I mean, guys. Metaverse Masterminds. We debate these things. Trucker Fletch, come on board. What do you think my home could be in the metaverse? What would you like?
I knew you'd ask me this. I knew you'd drag me in. I ain't got the foggiest. I'm guessing at, is it maybe like your homepage on Facebook, where you can put all your stuff on it, and have chats on it, and sort of invite your friends round?
Oh, like a lobby, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a good
to me,
concept.
MySpace is the whole lot, but this could be a bit where your mates come in for a chat. Is it like a messenger thing where your mates come in to chat privately and that?
Possibly. You've got a point, because where are you going to find out about other people's planets, for instance? There's a good one, guys. There's a good one. Let's throw that out to the audience, yeah? Write it in the chat box, guys. How do you think people are going to find each other's planets? I've got one, Winnie's got one, Sergeant Meng's got one, Buddykins has got one. So, okay, it's all right coming to MySpace and watching my program, but how are we going to get to Winnie's world? How are we going to get to Private Buddykins, K&S and Oasis, I think it is?
I'm not on one.
Yeah, but okay, Chris, so how would you know how to connect to Winnie's world?
No, I said I'm not on this planet. I'm not any planet, am I? I ain't got a clue.
So it's an interesting question as to, you know, are they going to have a directory? Are they going to have, you know, somewhere where, like Chris said, is it going to be like a lobby where you can add a favorite? We've got Winnie's world as a favorite planet, you know, and K&S Oasis as another favorite planet. I don't know. What's Adam put? let's bring Adam's comment on the screen. We need virtual billboards to advertise planet coordinates. Adam, you're on the road, mate. You're at the side of me. I've already thought about this because we've got so many things that we want to be able to display in our MySpace. Not just the video concept of it, but lists, diagrams and so forth. Yeah. So this part of MySpace, I can't wait to get my fingers in and start rummaging about to find out exactly what we can do and how we can develop it to the best of our needs. Now, as I showed you that image that's been announced by Daoversal, April is split into two. Okay. The launch of MySpace and My Home. And then the second part says the integration of the avatar. Well, most of you guys that have been following this program maybe already have your avatar. We went through this. Maybe we'll do this again next week, Winnie. We'll go through, you know, was it Ready Player Me, wasn't it, to show people how to create an avatar. But if they've done that for the second week in April, that would indicate to me that the first week in April will be design work. We can start designing what we want our space or MySpace to look like. What do we want to display? So Adam, those virtual billboards are exactly the sort of thing we'll be looking for. Let me just show you something like this. Yeah, something like that is just simply, now I've gone and screwed the thing up, haven't I? There we go. That's just something simply like a PDF document, and you upload that to the studio, show it, and that's a simple concept, yeah. But we could use that as a billboard advertising thing. So if anybody can create a PDF or a Word document, swap it into a PDF, we could maybe display it in MySpace. So what other things, Winnie, what other things do you what other things would you like to be able to do within MySpace?
Well, I was thinking, I was going off on that idea that Chris said about the home, My Home being a home page. Yeah. And then I was thinking in MySpace, maybe we're like our avatars. We can click on somebody's avatar, kind of go, and then that opens their Linktree, like Linktree, which is like a home.
I was looking at Linktree earlier today, and that's a fantastic little platform. That.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, something like that. I mean, even if we showed our own Linktree on a billboard, for instance, that would be a good idea. So will we have the ability to display a URL, any URL within our MySpace? Great idea. We're going to have to play around with this, guys. It's, you know, we're going to have to give these. Oh, that's it. Bingo. We've just hit it on the nail. Daoversal Dow Voice. Yeah. Now, a week ago, I got on my high horse again because I don't like joining groups only to sit there and watch them become dormant. It really irritates the general. Okay. And Dow Voice was a fantastic channel where they were doing airdrops and so forth. And when this hypertech group fiasco came public, Dow Voice virtually went zilch. And that irritated me, to be honest, guys. And I thought that was, I'll say it as it is. I thought Daoversal made a mistake then. Yeah, I think they should have kept Dow Voice going. Okay, because it's hard enough getting people to engage in the public realm anyway, and they were just starting to gain momentum, only to drop it just like that. Now, what I can say is, through a little bit of pressure, may we say, we have sort of made them open it up a little bit, you know, and they're trying to get people to encourage people to go back on Dow Voice. Okay, so can I ask people to go back to Dow Voice and make it work? Yeah, let's get this activated again. Let's try and help Daoversal by, you know, and thank you, Sarah, for posting that in the chat. Anybody that's reading the chat box, you'll see the Daoversal Dow Voice link in there. we need to help Daoversal while they're in this transitional period of migrating the networks and so forth. Yeah. And the least we can do is start debates, not only in Metaverse Masterminds, but on DAO Voice as well. Okay. Because DAO Voice is somewhere where their admins and Jonah and Mohammed can see direct the posts that members want to get highlighted. Okay. So, yeah, just coming back to what you said, Winnie, I think a great idea, if we come up with ideas for what we would like to see or what we would like them to implement into MySpace, let's bang it in DAO Voice. Let's pop it in there. I put something in there earlier on. I don't know whether it was about my home. I can't remember. But David said, oh, fantastic, great idea. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully that'll get fed back to corporate. Oh, excuse me. That'll get fed back to corporate and they will take these ideas and work with them. Don't forget, guys, Daoversal will work if they're providing what members want. Okay. That's a key part to making the metaverse work, in my opinion. If the members have a great idea and other members say, do you know what? I reckon that's a great idea. Let's see if Daoversal, I have no doubt about it that Daoversal have the ability to create what we want if we explain it in a good enough way. So, yeah, back to you, Winnie, regarding that. I'm just scribbling out the bits that we've already covered. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, because the DAO Voice thing, that seemed, we had a lot of feedback, didn't we? I mean, back and shared.
That worked really well. That worked really well. Let's face it, that helped Trucker Fletch get to his TFA 30% as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, DAO Voice, there's a clue in the name, isn't it? It's the voice.
It's the voice of the nation. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the voice of the people. And this is something that we ought to be, highlighting. We want members to have a voice. We want to empower those members. Yeah. Okay. Patricia, do you want to add anything to that before we move on?
Well, just that's what distinguished this platform for me, was that we got to speak to the people who were able to implement our ideas. Whereas in other platforms that we know and love, we are told what's going to happen and we have no voice.
Exactly.
So for me, this was a great little platform where you could just sort of run a few ideas, and if they liked your ideas, you got rewarded, which happened to me as well. I got an airdrop. So very surprisingly, I was just like, whoa. So yeah, the more community engagement for me, the better. It's a really key part of a true community, rather than just a group of people that happen to have a shared interest. It's about having that communication between you so that you feel you have a part to play in it. Your voice is important.
That's right. And it was rewarded. It was rewarded, and the reward was a surprise. And like you said, it's that surprise when it comes and you're not expecting it. It's like, whoa, it changes the perception of the platform completely. Well, because this is a result. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, a lot of this is very emotional. The hope we all have for the new platform, everything that's coming along. Everything we've had before, which has been so disappointing, and so there's a lot of emotion riding on this. Now, for me, when I was recognized, it was like someone had given, it was like Christmas all over again. It was like, wow, someone had recognized my input, and so it was just so fantastic, and it gives you confidence in what's happening. You kind of get the sense of authenticity that I think I talked about once. Because if people are going to scam you, let's use that word. I mean, that doesn't apply to Daoversal, but if you're going to be scammed, all right, what's the first thing to disappear? communication.
Yeah.
They go silent.
That is true.
And then
That is
something
true.
is just switched off, or it changes, or whatever it is. You can't scam somebody that you have a connection with. It's very, very hard.
Correct. That is correct.
It
Yeah.
has to be anonymized, and kind of, you don't care.
That's right.
So-
And I think Chris highlighted this a few weeks ago, if I remember right, where he said he was very much subdued, regarding coming forward and communicating and so forth. So, Chris, how do you feel now after you've been a member, not just a member of Daoversal, but a member of Metaverse Masterminds, where you make regular appearances on video and you're able to connect with, not only members like ourselves, but viewers from around the world. And we know corporate do watch this as well, members of Daoversal. How do you feel about that? Since, does it feel much different to what it was before you got that opportunity?
Yeah, it does. Definitely does, because people can see how genuine I am.
Yeah.
They can see how genuine we all are. At the end of the day, I've got nothing to hide. I'm helping with whichever way I can. But if I'd got something to hide, I wouldn't be out here. At the end of the day, I'm just down to earth, say it as it is, say it how I see it. And yeah, it does, because people with the face, people can see it. It's like you've been recognised as the general by somebody in London that we never even knew.
Blew
And
my mind.
it's us putting our trust out there, saying, look, this is who we are. Trust us, because at the end of the day, we've got no to hide. We're there to help you all
Very
in
different.
whatever way we can.
And I'm pleased people are starting to see this. This is why I launched Metaverse Masterminds in the first place, because I wanted exposure. I wanted the transparency. And you're not going to get transparency from a company if we don't do it ourselves. Let's be fair. And I think that strengthened Daoversal when we started coming online and saying, we are people that are going to be using your product, using your metaverse. Do you know what I mean? Let's get this together. Look at how successful the what was it called? The Metaversation events. They were blindingly successful because we put them on. We didn't wait for corporate to do that. We did it ourselves, and it empowers the the global community. Right, guys, I'm going to go into a quick intermission, and then I have an enormous announcement to make, and I hope everybody's ready for this. Catch you in 2 ticks. Okay, guys, Patricia's fell off a chair again. Welcome back. This is Metaverse Masterminds episode 22. And we called this episode Celebrating the Winds of Change. Here she is. I knew she won't be far away. Sorry, Patricia, we never give you time, do we? We'll have to get Buddykins to create a little bit longer video next time, okay?
30 seconds,
right,
it's not enough.
It's not, is it? Okay. All right, guys. Celebrating the winds of change. Okay, let me bring me onto the big screen. Right, General Kev has an announcement to make. Viewers know me as the General of the Bureau of Forefront. Okay, the Bureau of Forefront was created in December 2022. I am one of those founding members. I think there's only 2 others that were the original members of the Bureau, but we've turned the Bureau of Forefront into something extraordinary. Okay. Today, I can announce that the Bureau of Forefront is no more. It doesn't exist anymore. But the good bit about it is, guys, you're ready for this? We are rebranding. We are going forward, stronger, better, happier, just for you. Because with this change, with the winds of change that have happened over the last week or 2, it was time to reassess everything that the Bureau have been involved in, helping members to get information, to give them that information in order to make their own decisions in the path that they take. Whether that was successful or not was their decision. And the Bureau decided that they had to make changes too, okay, in order to continue and evolve the work that they can do to help you guys, okay. We are rebranding to Daoversal HQ. That's what we will be known as from now on, okay. Everything that we do from now on is literally member driven. So every member of the Bureau, everything is run by consensus. We don't have any higher power. We don't have any connection to corporate, not one bit. That's the big change, guys. And this is huge because this opens the door for us all to be able to do what is best for the members, okay. The one thing that we won't be able to do at the current time is offer the TFA pluses, which we were able to do before. Now, I will say I can't confirm that the people that we were working with were clearly with Daoversal anyway. We can't confirm whether they were with Hyperverse, Hypernations, Toshi AI, or whoever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because every single thing that the Bureau of Forefront did since its launch date was for the members' betterment. It was to help the members get through a patch in our lives that was unbearable at times, let's be honest. And the good thing about the Bureau was they were the victims as well, okay? And what we've done over that spell of time, I think it works out at 15 months we've been operating now. In those 15 months, we've been able to embrace people's emotions and work with them. And we can empathize with the way people feel, okay? Because we weren't part of corporate, we could work from the right side of the fence, if you like, okay? So what does that mean to you guys? That means that you're going to get just as good, if not better, production from the Bureau, okay? It does not mean we're going to get information before anybody else. It means that we're going to continue doing what we're doing here today, and we're going to get that information once it's been announced officially and work with you guys to make sure that you understand it. That's all. And I think that's an important part of what we can do with the Bureau. It's about information and it's about education, because if you can get those 2 right, you can't go far wrong. You don't need to be told what to do if you've got those 2 key features, information and education, okay? Because if you know what the product is and you know how the product works, we've all got a brain and we've all got choices. And who are we to take that away from anyone? We don't do that. So everything every question that goes through the Bureau goes through consensus now. Okay, we've set up a brand new Telegram group for the members of the Bureau, and we've got a separate channel within that group that hosts polls, and those polls go to every member. They're all anonymous. Nobody knows who's voted what, and we think that what we can do now is mold the Bureau HQ into exactly what it should have been from day one. Because let's be honest, when you're working for the people, but trying to keep that information highway open, in some ways you've got to play their game too. Otherwise you get shut out and you don't get nothing, and you can't help the members with that information. We managed to keep that on a level where we didn't overstep any marks. Okay, we managed to continue to where we are today. I'm damn proud of what the Bureau of Forefront managed to do, and the Bureau of Forefront will go down in history. But we have closed the door on that now, but we've opened it up to the Bureau HQ in order to evolve it much better, much bigger, and much more, you know, helpful for you guys. So we need one of our, you know, best members. Would you like to come on and give us a few words of what you think? You're the latest member to join the Bureau, so how do you feel about this new change?
Well, I feel very positive, and it feels very freeing. And well, when I joined, I mean, I joined very much because of Kev, because of you.
Yeah,
that was and Sarah I didn't know so well, but yeah, it feels like this is what it should always have been, and it always was from my perspective, because I only knew you and the other guys in it.
mm-hmm.
And it just feels right. Yeah, it feels really positive and clear.
I think we've got the ability to drive it forward in the way that the members want, and not only the members of the Bureau HQ, but the members of the community. You know, we can do and offer what we can. Even in Metaverse Masterminds, we can offer a lot more. It's a shame Meng, I did see Meng on earlier on. It's a shame he isn't in the back office. He could have joined us and had a word as well. As far as I'm concerned, we'll be keeping the same rank as what we have. It does not mean anything, guys. It does not mean anything in the sense of rank above another. That's what I'm trying to say. I was never going to give up the general title anyway, because everybody knows me as the general. It's a name, guys. That's all. Okay. I'm not a leader. I'm a doer. It's as simple as that. I step forward and I do things. Yeah. I don't lead. I don't want followers. I want people that do something. Yeah. And if I can do something and make a difference to somebody's day, I would like somebody to carry that forward, pay it forward. There's a good old saying. I think the saying is pay it forward. If somebody makes your day happy by their actions, you do it to somebody else. That's what the general stands for. Yeah. When somebody can identify, oh, Meng, I can't today, I'm busy and listening. Awesome, Meng. Yeah, we'll have to try and arrange it for next week, maybe, to try and get him on the show. Because I've got to admit, Sergeant Meng has done a wonderful job as well, while he's been within the Bureau as well, as has Sergeant Deborah, Coach Leon, Jason, Buddykins, I forgot her call then, Sarah Buddykins.
Your wife, you know.
yeah, that woman that I live with. She's married, by the way, so somebody said. So yes, absolutely. If it wasn't for the Bureau Forefront, I would have been lost in despair. So grateful. We get messages like that all the time, B, and I wouldn't, and I never will, sit back and just let this disappear into the ether. It's never going to happen. Okay. When I joined Hyperfund years back, yeah, I had this vision. and we went through with the vision with Hyperverse. The vision was still there. It greyed out quite a lot with Hypernation until the Bureau was formed, and then it exploded. And I've got to admit, members have joined and members have left. Okay, for their own reasons. It maybe wasn't for them. It maybe didn't resonate with them at the time, but that doesn't matter. They did their bit while they were present within the Bureau. Now, at the way I see it, guys, is we have a need. We have a need, okay? And the need is because of the feedback that we've received over this last 15 months. If we were to decide, well, you know, we're all right now, we believe in Daoversal and we're getting our withdrawals and I can't be doing, I mean, guys, I'm going to Gibraltar for 3 weeks, yeah, with Buddykins. If I was that sort of person, I'd be like, oh no, I'm not coming on, I'm on holiday. That's just not me, guys. That's just not the general. He doesn't work like that. Yes, I am going to enjoy myself, but I'm still going to be doing these shows, you know? I'm still going to be logging in, doing my charging and stuff like that. This is part of our lives, guys. This isn't just a game, you know? This is offering us a future that I've never seen anywhere within the crypto space yet. And we're still working on it. I can't walk away from that, and I'm never going to do. I'm never going to do. Now, I don't expect any of that, what I've just said, from any of my teammates in the Bureau, because they offer exactly what they feel comfortable in offering. Isn't that right, Winnie? This is something that we really stand for. We don't say, oh, well, you need to do X amount per month, which it was at some points. Over the last few months, we had to do so much promotion and so forth. At the end of the day, I can get it. You know, it worked. We did get a little reward many, many months ago, but all that soon fell apart. And like I say, we don't rely on anything like that. We are doing this from our hearts. Okay. Did you want to add anything else, Winnie, before I tell people about how things will be changing once we get into MySpace?
I don't think so. Just that, yeah, that it for everyone's gonna, well, it's gonna expand and everyone's gonna be focused on what they do and what their strengths are. I mean, that was the way it was, but as you say, there were a few kind of things that were supposed to happen, but now it's, yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Patricia and Trucker Fletch before I announce what will be happening when MySpace opens. This is exciting. So, Patricia, would you like to take to the stand? The Bureau Forefront, or now Bureau HQ, have you got a few words to share with us? Good and bad.
Well, I've only come in very late, haven't I? So, you know, I've only been in the last 2 months or so. But what seems to me, the ethos here is a sense of learning together, you know, and it's really absent from a lot of the other groups that are trying to transition into Daoversal, and it's chaos. It's chaos because there's no central kind of communication arena, which is what this is. It seems to me, and you, as you say, you're a group of people that have come together by consent. Nobody has said you must do this and you must do that. So it's a consensus operation, which is very interesting. And from the point of view of what we're seeing coming in the bigger picture, not to do with Daoversal, but generally the centralization of money and power and all of those things that are happening, looking at the bigger picture, this is a subversion of that. Yeah. So it's incredibly important.
I think one of the biggest reasons we have made such an impact in the global community is because our focus is not on money. It's on members. It's on people. It's on friends and family. It's on human beings because once you lose that touch with human beings, nothing works anymore. It all goes, out the window. And I think that's the important thing about the Bureau. They look at people as, human beings, individuals. We all have different needs, not just oh, you're on my tier 1. If you're on my tier 1, you're a non-entity. You're just a number. It doesn't mean anything. And this is what we don't want. We want, of course, we understand the structure and everything like that, but that's not what we stand for. Whether you're on my tier 1 or my tier 10, it doesn't matter. You're still a member of Daoversal. You deserve everything that I've got. If I've got, let's try and see if we can get you to get that as well. Chris, have you got anything to share about the Bureau? You've been in quite a lot longer than Patricia, obviously.
I think, if I'm right, I may be wrong, but the way I see it is the Bureau was the thread that put the fabric back together again when it got torn. It basically brought everybody back together, brought things into line. It was somebody that policed it a little bit because it was all going to haywire, and basically gave people something to look up to even though you got your butt kicked a few times on it and a few threats, it gave people an outlet to breathe and speak to, in a way, the way I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have out to do with it, but from what I was seeing on the sidelines, it was basically the Bureau that dragged it up from its boots and put it all back together again when it was all falling apart, because it fell apart a few times. Well, the Bureau kicked its butt and put it all back on the train, put the train back on the tracks again. That's the way I saw it.
I think we were instrumental in a majority of that. I am finding out that there were other groups that have been active actually while we were doing that months ago, but we were unaware of them at the time. So yes, there were other groups. Whether they did it the same way as us, I don't know, and that's not my business. But yes, I think what we did was really important in moving forward and giving people that opportunity to learn, get the information and learn, as painful as it was. Well, to move on, guys, and take the winds of change and say, right, okay, today's the last day that we're going to go deep, because over the past few months while Daoversal joined us, a few truths I will come out with before we close the door on the Bureau forefront. We did get requested to remove everything to do with Hyperverse and Hypernation, and I stood my ground and said, no way. No way. Because that's part of our legacy. That's part of where we've all come from. And there is no way I am getting rid of that just to make it look good on paper. Okay. And it did cause a little bit of controversy. And I'm not saying that was Daoversal, it wasn't. Okay. That came from another source. That's all I'm saying. But we did get the request to remove all history. And I said, absolutely freaking not. No way. Don't you think these members have hurt enough? For me to delete history like that would be criminal. It would be criminal. I'm proud of where we've come from. I'm proud of the pain that we went through, because look at us now. We've got something to give us hope because we've worked through it, and we should be proud of that. We really should. And that started to empower us and make us realize how the Bureau have got a say. They have got the say. That didn't go to our heads, guys. What did that do? That gave us the ability to say, hang on a minute. That's our work. That's our history. That's what we've been through. And all these global members are out there frightened to say something. No way. Come on, guys, stand up. Stand up and talk. Stand up. Don't be afraid to say that you've come from here. And you know what? Leaders started looking at Daoversal and the TFA program, said, hang on a minute, what's going on here? Kev's on board. There's got to be something going on. Yeah. What did I say at the beginning of this program? The TFA 5K pack is outsold most days. I'm not saying I've done that, guys. What I'm saying is people are starting to realize now this is not a game. This is real. People are starting to get the result that they were looking for. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a doer. I won't say leader. It'll take a doer. I did something. If everybody could just do something for the better, not only for themselves, but for other people, think about how powerful Daoversal really could be over the next 5 years, 10 years. And that's what I want to try and get people to do. Just do something. Do something. You learn off everybody else. That's what I did. Miss Transformer, absolutely. People helping people to grow. People are the true asset to value to form a cohesive community. That is well worth a post on the screen there. Laverne, awesome stuff. Absolutely. 100%. We've learned a lot of patience. Thanks. That is a key thing, patience. My withdrawals are late. Yeah, I know they're late. They're about 2 years late for most people. Let's be fair. I'm sure we can wait another few days because Daoversal are busy in the back office getting this all sorted out. Whoever can complain about that when they've actually announced what they're doing with the DAO-T token? That's our next subject, guys. The DAO-T token. What's this going to do? Let me share my screen. Let me try and get it right the first time this time. Bear with us, guys. It's been a busy week. Here we go. It's not that one. The DAO-T token is on there. It is on there. So let me bring that back. Sorry about that, guys. Right, you've got the DAO-T token. This was announced. So we can say this is officially announced today, guys. The DAO-T pre-sale allocations coming soon. Now, I don't think this is all the information. My opinion, not official. My opinion. I don't think it's all the information, but that's to come and that's to, we'll see about that. So there's exciting announcement, DAO-T pre-sale launch for early access users. We are thrilled to announce a monumental milestone in the journey of our project. The highly anticipated DAO-T pre-sale is set to commence, and we couldn't be more excited to extend this exclusive opportunity to our esteemed early access users. Commencing on March the 5th, our pre-sale allocation will be made available to our dedicated community until April the 5th. This exclusive window presents a unique chance for our early access users to participate in the DAO-T pre-sale before it opens to the wider public. Now that's awesome, guys. So here are the key details you need to know. The token name is Daoversal. The token symbol is DAO-T. The total supply is 100 million DAO-T. Now I'll tell you something about that, guys. We are not experts, but we have worked out through our 3 or 4 years of crypto involvement that anything below 500 million DAO-T with a good, stable platform and future white paper and so forth generally does damn well. Okay, so 100 million has great possibilities in my opinion. Okay. Initial circulating supply is 5 million DAO-T. The initial market cap is $15 million. The fully diluted market cap is $300 million. Pre-sale allocation date, March the 5th till April the 5th. The pre-sale allocation price is $2 per DAO-T token. And the listing price, when it goes public, the listing price is $3 per DAO-T token. Now, what does that mean? We get the pre-sale price of $2, and when it hits the general public exchanges, it will be launched at $3. Hey ho, guys, don't take a mathematician to know that you're going to gain $1. Okay? Simple as that. Or is it? Who knows? Who knows? Now, we did listen to Jonah at one point, and he explained that it is connected to the Ethereum network. Now, I don't know the full details on this, guys, but as the Ethereum rises in value, even if DAO-T doesn't gain in value, the actual value of Ethereum coin will lift the value of DAO-T, whether DAO-T lifts its own value or not. So that in the sense of value for that coin is tremendous. It really is. Let me just see what's been posted in here. Not being patient, DAO-T to the moon. General Kev, you will go down in Bureau history, leading by example to create positive change to inform and educate the community. Well, thank you, Laverne. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to make sure we all go down in history, because I don't take just, the kudos. The kudos is shared worldwide, because without you guys, I'd be nothing. Simple as that. Without you guys, I'd be sat here talking to myself, looking a bit of a lemon, but I'd still do it. But yes, thank you, Miss T. I really appreciate that comment. So going back to the DAO-T, let's go to Winnie. Winnie, you're our statistics expert. Or you used to be, and let's face it, you've got a lot on your shoulders at the moment, Winnie. So what do you transduce is the word from those figures and what you've learned from that about the launch? I mean, there's a lot to take on board there.
Yes. Well, we have an advantage, don't we? The pre-sale. Yes, I'm not sure quite how the figures work, whether it's a percentage. Well, it means that will it work out as a percentage that's like we get it at 2/3 of the price that it's going out?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
simple terms, if you buy one DAO-T, it'll cost you $2 now, or between the 5th of March and 5th of April. And then once it hits the public exchanges, it's going to launch at $3. And what normally happens with a new coin, especially with it's got its good platform, it rises in value. Not forgetting you bought it at $2, what will it reach? So this is the sort of thing members, and I will say it because it's not enticing people to purchase this, but what we want to do is get people to understand, what does it mean? Yeah. Tokens, I've seen tokens launch and literally hit the moon, and then dump. Do you know why? Because there's nothing behind it. Nothing at all. Do you think we'll be able to stake DAO-T? Absolutely. Absolutely. My honest opinion, of course. Are the DAO-T tokens open or locked for some time? Now, this is something that I've heard, but it's not official. This is something that I've read that is not official. There may be a withdrawal limit per month. Again, guys, this is not official. I must stress this. Yeah. It's something that has been said. It's been filtered down, and I don't know where the source came from. I was told it was from corporate. I don't believe that. But the concept of what I did hear resonates with what I would like to see. And this is what it said. Members that invest, if you like, in the DAO-T coin, if they purchase the DAO-T coin, have the ability to withdraw a certain percentage per month in order to stop pumpers and dumpers. Now, raise your hand if you don't like that, because at the end of the day, guys, that's the very thing we don't want to see. We do not want to see pumpers and dumpers, which is what I was just referring to. I've seen coins hit the moon and drop like a stone, and that is due to the lack of tokenomics, i.e., is there any good substantial reason to have this token? Because let's face it, guys, anybody can create a token. We saw it in, was it the Hypercosmos experiment or the Hypercosmos? Somebody created a fake coin and everybody was going to buy, and I was like, don't buy it. It's a fake. Hyperplanet token. That's right. The HPT. That's right. It was a fake coin. I could see it straight away. I said, it's fake. It's fake. People bought it. I don't know whether anyone got stung or not, but this is what happens. Yeah. We've got the platform. We've got the stability. We've got the liquidity. We've got the backing. We've got everything. We've got the community. If what I heard has an element of truth, I'm all on board. I'm all on board. Why? Because I want Daoversal to sustain itself. And that's the perfect way of sustaining itself. I don't need to pump and dump. I would like to invest and help stabilize Daoversal and evolve Daoversal over the next 10 years. I'd love to be able to be involved with that. And what a better way of doing it than to put your money into DAO-T and only get a percentage of that each month, because the rest of it will help to evolve and support that platform. Guys, I'll say it again. It's not official, but what a debate to have. Anybody in the chat room wants to add to this? Because I feel as though if they took that even as a suggestion and actioned it, I feel that's a great idea. I really do. So what do you think we'll be able to, sorry, I answered that one and that one. Because most of the time in pre-sale tokens are locked for some time. Karina, yes, you're right. I'm not 100% sure, and I'd be a fool to even suggest I knew. I don't. But it's a great question, though. I mean, this is something that if you're in the Telegram DAO Voice channel on Telegram, the link is in the chat box. If you scroll back up a little bit, put that question to Daoversal, because that's a great question, that. That's encouraging. Langley Falls, good evening, General Kev. Can you please ask Jonah to reinstate the HPT? So many members we introduced to Daoversal are feeling let down and disappointed. Okay, Langley Falls. The chat box just went crazy. Okay, Langley Falls. I can guarantee that Jonah is fully aware of what's happened regarding HPT. What I can say is, my request won't make any difference. Okay, as sad as that may sound, I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be honest, because that's how the general works. I don't lead you up the garden path. Okay, closing HPT was an essential part of severing that connection with the hypertech group and all the problems that it might have created within Daoversal. Okay, so it was a balance of what do we do? Do we do that or do we do that and take the risk? And yeah, what can I do? What can I suggest? The only thing I can suggest is, again, telegraph DAO Voice. Have your own voice, put it to Daoversal and see what they say. Because ultimately, the way I see it now is we've got to make that change in order to protect everything else we're involved in. Because if we beg for the HPT, which was, correct me if I'm wrong, 10%, worth 10%, wasn't it, Winnie? Yeah. If we insist on that and we're risking everything else that we're involved with, that's just plain insanity. Okay. And I'm not ignoring the fact that some members only had HPT as well. But unfortunately, there's never going to be a solution for every single member. Let's keep plugged in. Because one thing I can guarantee is Jonah is not willing to just turn people away and say they don't exist. He's a great guy and he's always looking for solutions. So what you're requesting there is already on the table. I know that. Now, whether there'll be a solution to that or not is a different matter. It's a great question, though. Adam, I might be wrong, but I feel like I read it will be possible to buy land with DAO-T. Yes, absolutely. That was in one of those. Now then, was that announcement or was that speculation? I don't think that was an announcement.
Nothing's been announced, I don't think.
Well, that's good, because I have seen that. Yeah, now buying land with DAO-T. Yeah, because ultimately, what are you going to buy DAO-T with? Where are you going to buy it from? Because let's face it, that hasn't been announced yet. I'm presuming we may be able to buy it in our back office, but that's only a presumption.
It's
That
on
would be
the
the-
announcement that you mentioned earlier, you know, where the split April announcement. I
Of
just
course
looked
it did, about the
Yeah.
land.
purchase
Yeah.
plan with the Doughty.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, Winnie. Absolutely. Yeah, Adam, you are right. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, so we can purchase land. So, what another thing that I have heard, but again is not announced, is that withdrawals may be stopped for the month of March for those people that want to take or partake in the campaign for purchasing Doughty tokens. Again, guys, it's not official, but there is word going about. So I thought, right, okay, then if this is going to come on board, how do I feel about that? I got to be honest, guys, it doesn't really bother me because I'm not reliant on the assets and the withdrawals from Daoversal. So what I can do is accumulate my daily rewards, buy some Doughty. Because what am I going to do in April? Do a withdrawal, buy some land, do whatever's possible, and probably keep the majority of it in. Like I said, support the platform. If you've got the ability to do it and you don't need it, then it'd be insane to withdraw it, wouldn't it? We all want this to work. I'm certainly in it to help everybody, to help myself, to help Sarah, to help Winnie, Patricia, Trucker Fletch, everybody that's here. And I'm not going to be able to do that by withdrawing everything as soon as it's available. That's crazy. What are we on next? Laverne. Yes, this is awesome to stop pump and dump. Protects our valuable to be sustainable. Right on. Laverne, again, please don't take that as an official announcement. Yeah, I don't want to be chased. Yeah, but I fully back that if they do consider that. Yeah. Being a victim of pump and dump, yeah, considers protect the growth of the token. Absolutely. Yes, we all want Daoversal to be sustainable and be around for many years to come. Guys, do you know what? I spend a lot of time on Telegram and Discord reading. And, you know, Winnie and Patricia said, this is an emotional game. This really is an emotional game. And you've got to have a backbone. You've got to have shoulders so wide to be able to accept some of the posts that is posted on Telegram when you are awake and aware of how Daoversal has been put together, built, not for today, for the next 5 or 10 years. And then you read, I want my withdrawal and it's about time. You're just going down the same old road and it's like, oh dear. You know, it is exhausting. It really is. Because I can quite clearly see, and don't get me wrong, guys, I am empathetic regarding past experiences, but I can see the difference. I can see the difference. Winnie, did we ever get an opportunity to buy into a pre-sale launch? I don't think so.
No, not.
It never happened. If you remember right, what was it, HNT or HND that they launched? And it was just there. It appeared.
Yeah.
We didn't get any form of making, you know.
It didn't go on exchange. So.
That's right. It didn't go on an exchange. We couldn't do anything with it. We just got it. And that was it. Daoversal have really thought about this and said, okay, we're not going public with it straight away. Let's give these loyal members. Again, how many times do I have to say it, guys? We're valuable to the company. And they're showing us by offering us this. You wouldn't accept it if all they did was come on camera and say, thank you, guys. Thank you. You're doing great guns. Bye for now. That would be completely worthless. We'd love it. It'd be great to see the faces. But, you know, value-wise, I see the bigger picture and say, well, yes, I'd rather have a pre-sale launch price of $2, knowing that that's going to go on the market at $3, and almost guaranteeing that it's going to increase in price. Again, speculation, not financial advice, guys. Yeah. But look at the platform and make your own decisions on what's happening. Look at who's invested. Look who's behind it. Look at the amount. And we did get this promotional value of Neo. I think Neo's going to put into marketing. It was announced 3 million or 2 million. Crazy amount into marketing alone. And this isn't speculation, guys. Go on the Telegram groups and see where Neo is. See where Jonah is. See where Mohammed is. They're out there all over the place. China, was it? Last place? Korea. Those in Korea. They're out there doing the work while we're here waiting for things to happen. Come some slack, guys. Come on. You know, these guys really need some kudos.
If these people who are screaming for the, I forgot the word now, take out, money out, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's the word, yeah, withdrawals. Have they realised that if it weren't for Daoversal and we were still stuck in the other system, they would not get a penny at all? Nothing, zilch, it was stopped. This is what really winds me up, is that they're obviously not paying attention to what's going on, and they need to book up and watch what's going on, because at the end of the day, there's enough information out there to tell them that it's moving on. We're not sitting back there moaning about what went on then. We're moving forward. And if they can't move forward, then they get left behind. And that's their fault. Not everybody else is on Daoversal, because Daoversal's moving forward. We've said nobody gets left behind. But if they want to sit and wallow in it, it's not up to us to pick them up and carry them. They've got to carry the blame themselves.
That's right.
So people that are screaming about they haven't had the withdrawals, or they can't get withdrawals, can they get withdrawals? Hang it out. At the end of the day, back off. It really winds me up, because I've got a lot of assets, and I haven't had a penny out since, good God, well over 18 months. Not a penny. Now, I should be screaming from the top roof, I want my withdrawal, but I'm not, because I've learned, and this is what people need to do. They need to learn that it doesn't suddenly appear in front of them. Something has to happen to make it. Now, I was a bit wound up when I come across and I thought, I've got all these assets and I've got to wait God knows how long to get them out. At the end of the day, I've learned to back off, because it doesn't matter what you want to push and push, it's going to work at its own speed. Yes, it's working, but it doesn't work just because you go, I want it now. Now, Kev will tell you I was a very impatient young man, old man, grumpy old man, miserable old git. But I've realised that there's no point. You've just got to wait and wait, and it'll come to you. You can't push something that ain't going to push. And it just winds me up when these people say, I want me withdrawal. If you was back there then, you wouldn't have had anything. Yeah. So book up, bear with it, and hold tight, and you'll get it eventually.
Well, like I say, the biggest thing is withdrawals wouldn't be there if the platform wasn't working. There would be no withdrawals. That's right. Absolutely. And I've got to share this one on screen from Adam. It's absolutely true. I'm convinced some of the FUDs are also charging their TFAs like true hypocrites. Adam, I can prove that's correct. I've seen that myself. One member, and I'm not going to name them, I don't do that. But I know one member on Telegram that definitely is doing that. Okay, so you're absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. What they gain by this FUD, God only knows. I really don't know, because all it's doing is creating more bad emotions that's not going to help the platform move forward. Okay, right. 2 bits of news, and you're all going to benefit from this moving forward before we close for the night. This has been a long one. It's been a great show again, guys, and I do really thank everybody that's taken part in it. Before we move out of MySpace and everything to do with MySpace, what's General Kev going to give? Right. MySpace is due to launch in the first half of April. Just a minute, guys. I'm just taking that caption off the bottom, because I think Patricia's chair's gone down. I couldn't see her eyes. All I could see was her hair. So I've just dropped that ticker at the bottom. Okay, I'm back, guys. Right, okay. MySpace is a huge transition into Web3. I think we all know that. And I think we all, by now, you've all listened to us, and I think we've explained it in the best way possible of what we're going to be evolving with the Metaverse Mastermind show, the Sunday training calls, and the 24-hour broadcast station. Okay. I've decided that as soon as things level out, we're in MySpace. We've got to achieve these milestones. When these milestones are achieved, I have the green light to do this on a personal level. This is not the Bureau HQ. This is from the General. Okay. We need to be in MySpace. That's step 1. Step 2 is that withdrawals are active. We've got to be able to withdraw. Okay. Step 3, this is the result. The result is that General Kev will be introducing regularly one brand new member to Daoversal with a bronze plot, not an existing Daoversal member, somebody that is completely brand new to the Daoversal platform. Okay. I am not helping them to invest. I am giving them a free gift of a bronze plot, and they can take it. They can receive their daily. Yeah, I don't know whether Winnie was talking and was muted. They can take their daily, they can exhaust that 3x, and they can leave if they want. But this is the General's gift to celebrate entering the Web3 Metaverse arena. Okay. Now, this is going to be announced and all the details regarding that, because I believe in this system. I believe in this platform. I believe in what Daoversal are offering. And I also know that I will be in that position in order to offer that. Okay. So anybody that knows anybody that wants to give it a go, because let's face it, guys, this is what it's about. We can sit and watch it. I can show you my back office on how it works and everything. But if I gave somebody a free gift of a bronze plot, and then they learnt on how they could evolve that should they want to, because let's not forget, that would be their choice then, because that's important. We don't tell people what to do. We don't give them financial advice. But that would get them on the first step of the ladder in order to look at Daoversal, use the tools, and move forward. I'm getting pop-ups here. Winnie, are you having problems with your audio?
No, it's okay. I had to answer a call. That's all.
Oh, right. Okay. We could see your lip reading. And I thought, I don't know whether.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see what was happening. No. That's okay.
All right. No problem. So that is something that is going to be launched once we've hit those milestones. It's essential that those milestones are hit, though. We've got to be in MySpace, and we've got to start the withdrawals, because obviously I will need that daily reward to accumulate, to withdraw it, to pass to those new recruits, if you like. Okay. But the important thing to stress here is it is a free gift, and they have the freedom to move forward if they choose to, or to take the free gift, take it out and walk away. That's my pledge. Okay. The second piece of great news that I've got is NFTs number 2 to the collectors series will also be launching to coincide with the entrance of MySpace. So that will be in April as well. So how many people are in the chat box? Give us a yes if you want to enter to win one of the NFTs. It's a number 1 of the 3 in the collection. I'm going to give 2 away. Who wants one? Who wants one? It's as easy as this, guys. Let me show you these NFTs and what you have to do. Simple. Don't cost you a penny. I'll send them to you. Okay. Let me share my screen. Let me do all the bits and bobs where I have to go into. This is the NFT, guys. Okay. It's currently worth $34.31. Now, Winnie has one of these NFTs, I believe. And when she got hers, it was worth about $20. Is that right, Winnie? 19, I think, actually.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay, so you can see they've clearly gained value since you've been holding on to yours. So this is what's on offer, guys. There's 2 of these available. What do you have to do to win one? All you have to do is fill in the NFT giveaway form, which Private Buddykins has just posted in the chat box. Okay. It's simple stuff, guys. We want your opinion. How would you rate Metaverse Masterminds podcast? How satisfied are you with the podcast content? Do you have any suggestions how to improve our broadcast show? Would you recommend Metaverse Masterminds to your friends and colleagues? And this one, I hope you've all been listening. The Bureau of Forefront have recently rebranded and are now known as what? The Bureau of Forefront 2.0, or Bureau HQ. Okay? Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. That's all you need to do. Enter. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I will announce the winners from Gibraltar. Because next week's show, as long as we can get a good connection, because there's a damn great rock in the way, hopefully we'll get an internet connection, no problem. We've got free Wi-Fi where we're going, but I may try and get on 5G with my mobile, because I'm using 5G at the moment on my mobile phone, and it's been awesome. It works a treat, yeah? Elder Barry wants one. Yes, Elder Barry, fill that form in. Keep your fingers crossed, mate, and let's hope you get one. B, Robert, Adam, awesome. Get that form filled in, guys. And please don't think I'm fishing for info. I don't. Your email addresses get null and voided after the, prize draw's taken. I don't want your information. It's purely so that I can contact you if you win. That's it. That's how the general works, okay? So there's 2 great prize giveaways, guys. The general loves you all. And what I want to do is share some of this and, hang on, pay it forward. I'm a doer. I'm a doer, not a leader. If I was a leader, I wouldn't do that, would I? I'm a doer. I'm going to do something good for you guys. If you win, you do something good for somebody else. Winnie, let's have some last words before we call this a night, because it's been a blast of a show again. I love these shows. Let's keep them going. Over to you, Winnie.
Well, first of all, I demand monkeys next week. That's what I want to see.
You'll be getting monkeys. You'll be getting monkeys.
We want monkeys on the show. More monkeys.
And Gibraltar is the only European country that has its own wild monkey community. And there is actually only about 300 monkeys on that patch of land. And they have their own caretaker. Their own separate caretaker that feeds them every day. They take a truck full of fruit and vegetables up the rock to them. Yeah, you'll be getting monkeys next week, believe me.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, just great to be here.
Sorry, I'm really pleased to see the forms are getting filled in. I'm getting notifications. Keep them coming, guys. Get those forms filled in and share that form with anyone. Go ahead, Winnie. Sorry.
Yeah, well, just great to be here and great to have everyone here. And yeah, don't panic, generally. It's good advice, isn't it?
Sarah's just put in the chat box, monkey say, monkey do. Winnie, what's my saying?
Oh, yeah, slowly catch your monkey.
Slowly catch a monkey. And do you know what? That phrase has got me out of so many difficult situations in the past. And I'd still say it to this day. Slowly catch a monkey. Yeah. And it works. Don't fret the good stuff, the bad stuff, guys. Yeah. Don't fret the bad stuff. Slowly catch a monkey. Things will fall into place when you're least expecting them. Look at the broadcast studio that I've learned about today. That's enormous. Enormous. Things will come your way if you take things at pace. B will tell you all about this. We're going to have to get B back on the show one week as well. Great stuff. Winnie, send our love to Peter as well. Hopefully this month will go extremely fast and he'll be home, yeah?
Yes, and on his feet.
Exactly. Any more news on getting on his feet? I know he has stood up and that, hasn't he?
Yes, he stood up 15 times today in the gym. I watched him. Yeah, he's getting much stronger.
Awesome.
Up and down. Yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What's that? Why did the sloth become a pro at catching monkeys? Because he mastered the art of slowly catch a monkey and turned it into slothly catch a monkey. Sarah's doing her research. Okay, Winnie, much love to you and much love to Peter, and hopefully he's back home with you as soon as possible. Thank you for all you've done for us in Metaverse Masterminds. Okay, over to Patricia. Patricia, your last words for the show.
Just great news. Really excited for you. Can't wait to see you from Gibraltar next time. And thanks everyone. I'm absolutely shattered, so we need to stop.
All right. Many thanks for turning up and giving
Brilliant.
us this great content, Patricia. Much appreciated your input. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Trucker Fletch. I'm loving all these forms coming in, guys. Keep them filling in. It's looking great. Okay.
I used to go to... Go on, Seb. Sorry, Kev.
No, go ahead, mate.
I used to go to Jim Winnie. He got fed up because I kept drinking all his tea and eat all his biscuits. What I'd like to know, and nobody else has pondered on this, if General Kev's feeling so generous at the moment, what's he going to be like once he's had a bit of sun on his bonts and a bit of sand between his toes? What's he going to be giving away then? He wants to be bringing us some rock back from the Gibraltar, and not that bit you sit on. We want the ones that you can eat. Yeah, it's been a good show. Go on.
I've actually had a request to bring a monkey back, but they won't let me through customs with them.
I was going to ask that.
No, you can't get.
Well, you could. You could actually bring one back, but it mean either you or Sarah had to stop there because there's only 2 plane tickets in there.
That's true.
Unless you dump all your duty-free whiskey out, you're bringing me back, and fags, and shove one in your suitcase.
Got to be careful around customs. I get caught every time I come in. They always drag me out. Don't know why.
You got that honest-looking face, Kev. That's what it is. That honest-looking face.
Excellent. All right, Chris. Any last words before you go?
Not really. Not that I'm jealous that you're going off on holiday for 3 weeks. No. I'm not jealous at all. I hope you have a good time. It'll do you good because you two have deserved it. You've worked bloody hard these last couple of years. Don't let it go to your head. But yeah, you have worked really, really hard, and I think a break could do you both good.
Yeah.
Because once you get back, there's going to be a lot more cracking on as time goes on with Daoversal. Things are going to open up, and you're going to have smoke coming off your heels and flames coming off your butt. So, yeah, go and have a good holiday. We'll keep in touch while you're over there. But, hurry up and read Pat's book. You haven't sent the bloody thing yet.
Yes, that's
I don't say you've been that busy, because if you haven't got time to read it, I'll read it and I'll tell you what it was about.
I'll be taking it to Gibraltar. I'll find time to read it, and Winnie's got one as well. Look. So,
good man.
Many
holiday
thanks for
reading.
Yeah, excellent. And may I say a big thank you for all the viewers, everybody that's joined us on the show. It's been absolutely wonderful. You take care, guys. Big love from me. Next week, we'll be hosting from the Big Rock, Gibraltar. Okay? Much love from us. You take care. See you next week. Bye-bye for now.
Ta-da, folks.
Bye.